Hey everybody, how you doing today? Crew J, Babygirl here. Pretty sick Crew J, if you can't tell.
Well, we got drugs on hand for me to take on the way out of Dodge, so we're getting out of Dodge today. Again, going a little bit further than last time, in the last video, but not too far, staying within the state.
We got about at least 3 or 4 places that we're targeting to check out, have some reservations, stuff like that, so it should be a good ride.
Right now, we swung in Wally's right down from our house here, kind of a faux Buc-ee's.
Grab a little lunch to eat in the car on the way, so you should join us.
Of course, you gotta grab your EDCs before going anywhere.
Heading into Wally's with our Buc-ee shirts on. I think we're gonna go over here to the barbecue sandwich area. Probably get some barbecue. So yeah, pretty big place here. Pretty good contender for Buc-ee's. They got the popcorn. I mean, they got pizza. They got all the barbecue. They got pastries. They got ice cream. Of course, the whole wall of jerky back there. Huge wall of like slushies and sodies. About anything and everything you can think of, including some of the more rare stuff.
Okay, so just a quick jolt into Wally's there. We were trying to remember if we made a Wally's video on Wally's or not. Now I'm starting to think I don't think we did, so we may have to come back out. This is right down from our house and just make a Wally's video one weekend and put it up. So that's why we didn't show a lot. Plus, you know, we're trying to get out of Dodge again too. But we got what do we get here, baby? We got a brisket egg cheese taco. We're gonna try. You got some cheesy potato bites. What's your sandwich?
It's a smash burger.
Oh yeah, a smash burger. I got a fish sandwich that's on a pretty big like sub hoagie bun. Looks like it's probably 7-8 inches, maybe something like that. Oh, and then their homemade chips.
So we just smashed that burrito. It was pretty good. It was more brisket than it was anything. But speaking of smashed, look at Babygirl's smash burger. That is looking pert near appetizing. Isn't it, baby?
Go past this stop sign.
Yeah.
Then at the next one, turn left.
And then,
Bowles Avenue.
look at this sucker. Look at this fish sandwich. The size of this thing.
Okay, so Wally's, home of the Great American Road Trip, as well as Wally the Bear, was pretty good. Definitely recommend their food, stopping by there if you're ever out and about. The one that we always go to that's close to us is off of 44 and Bowles Avenue in Fenton, technically.
Which, by the way, that Wally's being in Fenton, that is Missouri. We do reside in St. Louis, Missouri.
So when we talk about getting out of Dodge, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about getting out of St. Louis.
Wally's is very much a ripoff of Buc-ee's. They do a good job. And there's some things that we like at Wally's better than Buc-ee's. There's probably more things we like at Buc-ee's over Wally's.
But definitely worth a stop if you enjoy something like Buc-ee's.
We are also down here around Cave Country, Stanton, Missouri, home of Merrimack Caverns. So, baby, where are we?
Cuba.
Cuba, Missouri. We've never done videos on where we're from, where we grew up at, but we just so happen to be going through Cuba, and this is where I grew up at. Grown quite a bit since then. I really don't know what the population is now. I would say it's at least doubled or tripled, but it was probably around the 2,000 mark, 2,000 to 3,000 when I grew up here. So, yeah. But you go back off down that way to actually go through town, Old Town.
If you go down this road right here, on the other side of this truck, curves off that way, and then goes back to Indian Hills Lake. The airport's right there. A little small airport. And spent most of my life growing up at the lake. Girl, you spent most of your life growing up where?
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. But you spent a lot of time.
Cape Girardeau. Old Appleton.
Old Appleton, Cape Girardeau. So, a lot of similarities.
During the summer.
Yeah, summers, she was in a place probably more secluded than this. So, but then from there, we both found our way, obviously, to St. Louis. She was in St. Peter's a lot of the time. And I ended up actually on both East and West Coast. Miami, LA, Phoenix, Las Vegas. So, actually Florida as well for Babygirl.
We are rolling through Uranus. That's right. We're rolling through Uranus. Now, if you notice, Uranus, Missouri, and there is the Uranus Fudge Factory right up there. Unfortunately, need to keep going towards our destination.
We just thought that we would show you guys that we were in your anus. Of course, we had to get a video of this. Jonesy's Truck Center. Didn't know we had a truck center here, did you, honey? I don't know where it is down there. I wonder where it is. Oh, there it is. See it? Oh, right there.
Alright guys, we've been seeing these for a while. Signs for Buc-ee's 3 miles away. You excited, baby? Here we go. Getting off on Beaver Road. For Buc-ee's. There it is. And here it is.
Merge onto I-44 West.
Man, look at this, baby. Look at the size of this. Wow. Yeah, like a little lake out in front. How cool is that? It's got a walking
Use the roundabout to make a
walking
U-turn,
path
then
around
take
it
the
down
first
there.
right towards I-44 West.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. Boy, it's packed.
It is packed. Infamous Buc-ee's. You said right down there, it's got like a little, like they made a little lake with like a walking trail. Here, let's open this up.
In a quarter mile at the roundabout, take the second exit onto North Beaver Road.
Yeah, look at that. You got your little lake with your walking space out there. See a lot of people that are traveling out there walking dogs. Buc-ee's is an institution across the country, at least where they're located at, especially in the South. And now we're starting to get them more up this way here in Missouri. This is in Springfield, and they're actually talking about opening one up by us
In a quarter mile
in
at the roundabout,
St.
take
Louis
the second
County.
exit onto North.
Mercedes branded electric car plug-ins.
Here's Buc-ee's. This horse standing there. Gorgeous, wow. That is so cool. All right, guys, we are here at the Springfield, Missouri Buc-ee's. We got our appropriate shirts on. These are our shirts from Daytona Beach Buc-ee's. And we're gonna go in here and see what the Springfield one looks like. Oh, baby, look. Buc-ee's boogie boards. We are close to Lake of the Ozarks here. Very close, so that makes sense. Look, Buc-ee's tube. How cool is that? And some Buc-ee's chairs over here, umbrellas. Buc-ee's buckets. Oh yeah, one of the main things we have to get here, right, baby girl?
Yeah.
Buc-ee's beaver nuggets. We are definitely going to stock up on these. Get some different Buc-ee cups here. Of course, we're over here in the food section where you have all of the different Buc-ee's foods. you know, different popcorns and chocolate covered nuts, different things like that, cotton candy, spices, sauces. What you got there, baby girl? Oh, that's a cool looking cup. Oh, look at these. It's like a food tray. You're a kid. Other styles down there. There's a dipping tray. Here's another one of those type. Pretty cool. This one here is incredible. It literally, not only does that look, this is crazy, exactly like jeans, and it looks embroidered, and it looks like that's 3D, but it's actually flat. But it has a coarseness exactly like jeans. Baby girl found this chocolate line here. I think we're gonna have to pull the plug on this. Look at this. Chocolatini. How delicious does that look? Wow. Ready to drink. So this is the normal kind of grocery section. And coffee. And things like that. So soda and the whatnot. So I think we got... Really the only food we came in here for was the Buc-ee nuggets. Other than that, we are mainly wanting to go over to the merch side more than anything. So we're kind of just glancing at some of the food. Hey baby, look at that cinnamon roll. Maybe. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Of course, here's where you get Buc-ee's famous brisket sandwich, which we are going to pass on today. Oh, look, you can see them over there making the sandwiches. Look. Look at that. Look at that. That looks so good. Okay, these are so amazing. To me, they're better than the brisket sandwich at Wally's. However, baby girl actually prefers Wally's brisket sandwich, and I prefer these. And so we're going to have to make a stop on the way out of town tomorrow because we have dinner reservations at somewhere very special tonight. So we already got dinner figured out. Otherwise, we would definitely be getting some of that, but we will definitely be getting some of that before or on our way home. What's that, baby girl? Oh, yeah, look at this. Is this a fudge?
Sugar nuts.
Yeah, here's the fudge section over here. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Fudge being made back here. Really cool. Really cool. All right. So baby girl pointed out we don't remember seeing a tortilla factory at the other Buc-ee's that we've been to down in down south, Georgia, Florida, and the whatnot. Doesn't look like it's necessarily working right now. Looks like there's the dough ready to go. Buc-ee's world famous jerky wall. We may have a dilemma here, huh?
Yeah.
So we do collect the pressed pennies when we go somewhere. This is an old school kind, which is cool. That takes the 2 quarters and a penny to get. It does not take the credit card, and we really want these. And we don't think we have 1 ounce of change on us. So maybe when we buy something, we could pay with cash and get change. We'll figure it out. Now we have a book we put these in, but baby girl also pointed out these pressed penny like keychain holders. How freaking cool are those? Look at the shark. Penny. Okay, baby girl, you ready? We managed to score 4 quarters and 2 pennies to get us a couple of pressed, couple of schmooshed pennies. All right, the first one we're shooting for is this guy right there. So go for it, baby. All right. Rank it with all your heart. We already had it set for that penny on that arrow. Oh, is it getting tough yet? Oh yeah, the whole machine moved. There it is. There it is. All right, let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Is that right side up? Very cool. Yes. Very cool. All right, let's go for the next one. So we got to set our little dial to the one we're going for next, which is going to be the second one. The one in the middle right there. And it says smile. Yep, there we go. All right, we got that set up. Babygirl's going to do the other quarter penny here. All right, you ready, baby? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead. Crank her down. All right. Is it getting tough yet? There it goes. There it goes. Second penny acquired. Look at that. Pretty dang cool. So we got these two now to add to our pressed penny collection. We have a book, something similar to this, but it's a different one that we got.
You really smooshed that one.
But yeah, dude. Look at these, Babygirl. Nail clippers. How friggin' cute is that? If I wasn't so picky on my nail clippers, I'd totally buy those. On the other side, they actually have the pressed penny bracelets. So you got the necklace version. So keychain, necklace, and bracelet version. Pretty neat. They're starting to get kind of neat with the pressed penny thing, aren't they? And then right behind us is, of course, the Buc-ee's truckie, full of Buc-ee's. Of course, we love the swag. Love the Beaver Hat Co. Sort of thing going on, and you got all the Buc-ee's hats here, which we have some. We have these hats at home, don't we?
Yep.
It's got ears. It got ears. Super cool looking shirt. We are looking for shirts that are going to say something about Springfield. Look at this. Everyone has beef with Buc-ee's. That's actually a solid shirt. Plenty of Buc-ee's swag. We always like the Buc-ee swag. Buc-ee's house shoes. There's even some Buc-ee ornaments back here. Just the kids section. A lot more shirts for... Oh, there's the... Look, honey. There's the notorious Buc-ee's full beaver suit. Remember that? Look, they got the wearable blanket. You got a couple of that ones don't feel too bad. Yeah, this one's flat too. Otherwise, I like that. And then you have the tie-dye version.
Oh, they do have a tie-dye lunchbox.
Of course, you have all the awesome, like, fishing, beach gear. Costa, PFG over here, Huck down here, and Salty Crew over here. What did we find?
Dancing Buc-ee.
We found the Dancing Buc-ee. This was literally, honey, I believe this is what started this whole plan for this trip.
Yeah.
And you know what? We kind of both forgot till right now, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. There we go. Yep. Playing On the Road Again. Oh my God, look at this. A Buc-ee buckle. And it's a Montana Silversmiths. So it's of good quality. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. If I still wore buckles, I would literally buy that thing. So we're looking around and they have all of these different sort of cut glass or colored glass, bejeweled or bedazzled. Like bull's heads here. They all go for about $398 a piece. No matter what color you get. And look at all of them that they have across the way here. Look at that white one. Pretty dang cool. So if we only had somewhere to put them, we'd have to get one
right, so we just wrapped it up in Buc-ee's. What were we in there, about an hour and a half, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that means that now we should be at the time or a little bit past the time that we can check into our next destination. Definitely got some swag and nuggets and that. We'll do maybe do a haul when we get
later.
a little later. So we should also point out that this weekend's a special weekend. A few days ago on the 4th was our 3-year wedding anniversary, and so 2 years ago we were in Key West, weren't we, baby?
Yeah.
And making the journey down south, stopping at every Buc-ee's we could. Anyway, so a lot of what we're doing on this little quick jaunt close to the house is, it sort of can relate to that because of like branding, if you will, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but anyway, I meant to point out that it is our 3-year wedding anniversary, and that's why we're doing this trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it all the way
In 4
into
miles, turn right.
Springfield, Missouri. By the way, what did we just see before we turned off the highway?
A freaking Whataburger.
They have a Whataburger here, like our absolute favorite, and a Zaxby's right there. Our absolute favorite burger joint ever in the world that we are not privy to in St. Louis, at least, I guess. But yet, they have one here. Unbelievable.
Right.
We're moving to Springfield, baby girl.
I know.
Look at this. They even have a Brahms hamburger joint that carries the Bluebell ice creams. Amazing. Look at this. So, oh my God. Honey, isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
Look at this. So one of our destinations is that right there, which is the Bass Pro Aquarium. And of course it is attached down there to the original, the granddaddy of them all, Bass Pro Shop. So we are going to be doing this aquarium. Look at that. Is that not impressive? We are going to be doing... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at it.
Look at that.
Go past this
I
street,
know.
then turn right.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Okay. And so we're going to be doing the aquarium
Turn
tomorrow.
right, then keep left into the car.
And the store tomorrow and possibly tonight. But we are staying here tonight.
Keep left to enter the car park. Arrive at Bass Pro Shops Anglers Lodge.
Right there.
Arrived.
We're staying at the Bass Pro Shops Anglers Lodge. Look at this lodge. Oh yeah. We are taking in the whole Bass Pro Shop experience in the city that started it all. The granddaddy of them all, the original Springfield, Missouri Bass Pro Shop and aquarium, which we'll be going to both the shop and the aquarium between tonight and tomorrow. And we are staying here at the Bass Pro Shop Anglers Lodge right here. Check this out. This is way too cool. Right across the street from the aquarium and the shop itself. You can see right over there is the conservation center. Wow. So if you are a Bass Pro fanatic like we are, this is the creme de la creme. Ain't that right, baby? We've been to Bass Pros all the way between here and Florida. That was one of the things we did, was we stopped at every Bass Pro that we were in the vicinity of, even if we drove a little bit out of the way. And now here, it is my actual first time to the granddaddy of Mall, and we're taking in the whole experience with the lodging and everything. So stay tuned, people. Oh, this is cool, ain't it, baby? Perfect lodging. Oh, look at this. Wow. How neat is this?
Luggage cart.
Oh yeah, that's like for your luggage. All out of wood and Metal pipes and everything. So cool. And through here is the pool. How neat is that?
So we have to get this shot, because somewhere in the Florida videos we would have the same exact shot with the car with those fish on the ground when we were at the Marathon Bass Pro Shop.
So we are getting ready to go in a side door here to the lodge. We have an upstairs room.
Okay, so we're in. There's some more of those cool luggage dollies. And we need to make our way upstairs to floor 2, room 211.
I really love the ambiance here. Everything is fish-shaped or made out of a log.
Even that, how cool is that? It's a wicker action. Excited to see the room? Me too.
Again, I'm still fighting the stupid cold I got, so I have to get in the room. Take some more Dayquil.
Let's do it. There's Lodge 211. Alright, let's see what we're cooking with here.
Okay, so we're all in, and Babygirl is putting our refrigerated stuff in the fridge here. The room is great, actually. Already highly recommend. You got some nice big drawers here. And I mean, the furniture, it's so cool. It's like, I mean, this is good, heavy stuff. It's all got like the rough, aged and worn finish to it. But yeah, 3 deep drawers here. The refrigerator there. Of course, you come up here, you have your TV and the whatnot. A little coffee maker here for you. And then, like, look at the attention to detail even on the suitcase holder, how it looks, you know, just like logs. Definitely like the whole log cabin country vibe and feel. Everybody here has been like super nice. We got ourselves a fish mounted up here. As Babygirl said, but what do we need this basket for? We didn't bring the ferrets. This is looked like a good little ferret basket, but no, it's kind of interesting. It's actually just a standalone basket. I mean, I suppose you could use that to go somewhere if you even wanted to, and I guess as long as you put it back. Sort of bathroom sink area down here. You get the wicker basket for the trash can. Then here, right by the front door, you have an actual closet with an actual door on it. You got your safe down there, iron and ironing board, wooden hangers, and even some plastic bags there if you need it. Coming over here to the shitter, you got the shitter. No bidet, unfortunately, but other than that, it is pretty nice. Got some fishies on the wall. Then you got the marble shower. Yeah, real nice. Real nice. Then we come over here, we got we opted for the single king. Again, going with the theming of the wood, the horns, the whole 9. This is so cool, so rustic. So like country living. They even got a multi-plug down here for phones and the whatnot. And you got a couple of end tables that are just as sturdy as this one over here. Babygirl is kicking back in the leather chair that's got the worn look into it. How is it? Pretty comfy, baby?
Yes.
So that's pretty nice. We got a little waterfall action over here. Up here we got some horns. Another little desk. It's a chair. So you can use that, work on, edit videos, whatever. Another trash can down there, wicker. And then our view, we are on the 2nd floor. And here's our view here. So kind of just out to the parking lot. Taco Taco Hell is right there. And, but yeah, privacy fence down here and some trees. So, you know, not bad at all. Not bad at all. This shall do. Another interesting thing is they actually left a handwritten note here saying that they're happy that we're staying with them. You go over here and it tells me that my wife is the catch of a lifetime. Right there. Which I already knew. And then look, they give us some complimentary Angler's Lodge gummy worms. Look at that, isn't that neat? And then this is to hang on our door, which I need to go do right now because we're always hibernating, whether we're even here. And of course, there's our keys and that.
We get, is it 10% off our dinner tonight?
10% off of our aquarium tickets.
Okay, so 10% off of our aquarium tickets tomorrow.
15%.
And 15% off of our dinner tonight because we are eating at
Hemingway's.
which is owned
By Bass Pro.
Yeah.
And it has a connection to Key West.
and it has the connection to Key West. So there we go again. So Buc-ee's had the connection to Key West, Bass Pro had the connection to Key West, and Hemingway lived in Key West.
Yes.
So that's how this all kind of revolves around like our honeymoon theming. So it's perfect, and it's 200 miles and 3 hours from our house.
So we should point out that those discounts that we're getting on the aquarium and dinner tonight is because we're staying at the lodge. So, pretty cool. Basically, we will buy our tickets to the aquarium right here at the lodge front desk and get that discount. And then tonight when we go to Hemingway for dinner, we will show them our room key, and that will get us our discount on our food. So, yeah, I think really well worth it for the whole experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at this shot. Look at that front of the aquarium. Look at that sailfish up there with the water fountain. Of course, we'll get more video of that tomorrow. Look at the video screen. Oh man, that is so cool. So what we're doing right now is we decided to drive over. Oh, look at this. The moose out front with the water. We decided to drive over and we're going to check out a little bit of the pro shop here. Oh my God, look at this, honey. This aquarium, wonders of wildlife. Hell, it'd be worth a drive down here just for this aquarium, you know? From what I've been hearing too, it's one of the best aquariums around. Anyway, so obviously the aquarium is on that side of the, you know, per se Bass Pro. That's what I'm on right now, but then you see it butts up here's the boat center. Here's the main doors to Bass Pro here. The granddaddy of them all, as they say. And then somewhere Hemingway is connected. I believe it's over here somewhere. Look at this complex though. Right, honey? I mean, look at this complex. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. The size of this complex. Kettle corn. Look at here. Look at all those little ponds there. Waterfalls. Liars Club, whatever that is. This, I believe, looks like Hemingway. Where we're going, Hemingway's, which is where we are going to eat at. Our reservation is at 7. And so I guess depending on catalog outlet. Oh, that does say Hemingway's underneath it. But I guess depending on when what time do we got? So I'll just let it roll. I'm gonna cut this obviously. Is it back there?
No. Where the arrow? This is anyways.
Oh. Even the handicap parking looks cool. Okay guys, we are here, we are parked. We're gonna go in, we're gonna try to shop for, we got about 25 minutes before our table should be ready, our reservation. So we're gonna go in and see if they have a Springfield t-shirt, you know, do what we can, eat, and then we'll see what time we have after that. If not, we're coming back over tomorrow for the aquarium, and we'll definitely obviously hit the store again, get all the sights and sounds and all that, so let's go in.
Hey baby, you ready to go into the granddaddy of them all? Yep. Springfield Bass Pro. Hell yeah. Look at this. Ha ha ha. This is cool, ain't it? Oh my God. Wow. Holy crap. I was not exactly expecting this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. How fire is going. This is amazing. So, baby girl,
Yes.
we will do our haul later, but we found our shirts that say Springfield. But now we need to buy these and then huff it over to Hemingway's restaurant.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. But yeah, we are here at the Hemingway's Cafe, and I mean, this place is amazing. I'm not even gonna pan that way yet because we're gonna make sure we know what we're ordering. Look over here, it looks like they got buffet style and stuff. We're up on like a second, almost like a third floor here. Amazing. So like I said, I'm gonna save that other side.
It looks like we're in the sky.
Yeah, it really does look like we're in the sky up here with the way the roof is painted out there, the ceiling. But I'm gonna save that way until after we gotta figure out what we're gonna eat and stuff. But as you can tell, they have, look at that, elk sliders. Of course, seafood, specialty sandwiches, bison burger. Look at this, duck poppers, halibut, salmon, crab cake, grouper. Yeah. Of course, they got steaks and shrimp. Yeah, this is going to be amazing. So which one did I go with again?
The Islamorado.
So I went with the Islamorado
Portofino.
which is the blackened mahi-mahi, I mean, with the lobster sauce. Waitress said, would highly recommend that one. They're both really good, but that one's for sure good. Baby girl made the best point, which is if we're going with the honeymoon theme, and we were in the Keys for the honeymoon, Islamorada, boom, it's a no-brainer. So, yeah. All right. So now we're just waiting on our fishbowl, alcoholic beverage to come out, as well as our elk sliders.
Yes, and then I ordered a pan-seared halibut.
Yes, baby girl got the pan-seared halibut. I was wanting to mention that, yeah. So, yeah, we can't wait. And we got them both with the Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, and we just got fries on the side. So, yeah.
I replaced my vegetables with mac and cheese.
Yeah, so I should be getting what? Long stem green beans?
Green beans.
Yeah, which I like, actually. So, hope they're snappy and waxy.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, here's why we didn't show you the other side of the restaurant yet. Boom. Look at that. How cool is that, right? That's right up at the bar right up there. God, gorgeous. I'll get some more video. Look at that, fellas. How cool is that? Another shot on the far end of the bar here. Just look at the size of this thing. I mean, you guys seen how long it was or wide it was from the front. And then now you can literally see also how wide it is, you know, side to side here. I would love to know the gallons of this thing. Pretty cool, right, baby?
Yes.
Plus you got this big rhino right here. Yeah, and then they have this whole like sitting area here. You can just sit, have cocktails by the fireplace. Baby girl got a good picture of the Hemingway etched into the fireplace. But yeah, I mean, this whole place is just super cool. Kind of amazing. Oh, my guess is that's one of our fish bowls coming. Over here by the fireplace, they have this. It says it's an African birthing chair. Pretty interesting. Okay, guys, it looks like our elk sliders are here. And man, these look delicious. And, of course, we got our 2 Dr. Peppers and our fishbowl came. Look at the size of that fishbowl. And then, look at that. Even comes with a couple of fish in it. Little gummy sharks. All right, guys, we're gonna try this this fishbowl. Look at this thing. All right, you ready, baby? Let's try this. Oh my God.
Yummy. Yep, and look, we got gummy sharks in there.
Gummy sharks.
Oranges and cherries.
Yep. Oh. Now let's try these sliders.
Okay.
Guys, normally I don't jump in here while we're eating. We just talk about it later. This elk, one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
Slider.
Yeah, elk slider. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, and our dinner is here. Honey, once again, you got the halibut with the Yukon Gold mashed taters and the macaroni and cheese. All right. We got an extra side of fries. Then I got the mahi-mahi with the shrimp and the lobster cream sauce, the snappy green beans, and also the Yukon Gold taters. So we had to get the key lime pie to go, and oh my God. This just looks absolutely amazing.